thank you for joining us at Executive Coach Global. I'm Al Lutchen, and we've got a very unique interview coming up with Chris Irwin. Now, Chris is one of the world's most renowned horse training experts, and he's also helped to transition the horse training that he's been at for decades and has really refined it into personal, professional, and leadership development. And it's really interesting how all that works.
It sounds like a bit of a metaphor to work with the horses, but it isn't. It's quite authentic. They're big, living, sentient beings, and they're prey animals. They're the cousin to the deer. And it's a bit cliche to say we need to be the boss. We need to lead. And so, not metaphorically, but quite literally, horses are these 1,000+ pound biofeedback mechanisms as to how well we lead. So I say it's not metaphorical. And we'll find that the basic inherent behavior of the horse is to be totally disinterested in serving us. They don't get up in the morning wanting to know how they can please people. So we need to earn, well, I shouldn't say you need to, you have a choice with horses. You can be the bully who beats them. No enlightened leaders don't want to do that. And if we do get aggressive and manhandle them to demand that they do what we say or else, at best, you would end up with a broke horse who is sullen and shut down and never even comes close to maximizing their performance potential. We want the horse to work for us. But logic would say you get the greatest performance from a creature, be it a horse or a dog or a human being, if they genuinely want to work with you towards the same common goal.
So it's about gaining that trust, Chris?
It's about gaining the respect, the trust, the willingness. And a lot of horse people, it's cliche to say we need a horse to respect and trust us. There are ways by modifying our own behavior to raise the bar so high that the horse will respect us, trust us, focus, be willing, and actually appreciate our leadership. And these are all just words, but the horse responds with behavior, with body language. So there's a number of elements to tie together here. Human beings are complicated animals. The horse is a prey animal. Human beings have both predator and prey behavior in us, just like we have both, shall I say, male DNA and female DNA. The horse does not inherently want to serve us or work with us. If we bring the passive-aggressive tendencies of someone who wants to demand the horse do it or else, or become so soft and touchy-feely that we think as long as we love the horse it'll work for us, that doesn't work either. Genuinely, the horse says, I will work for you if it's in my best interest. Not because I have to, but because from the inside out I feel compelled to. And so quite literally, not metaphorically, it's, do we know how to shepherd? Do we know how to herd this prey animal?
Well, Chris, tell us about some of your experiences in working with people and executives in senior positions, and how you've seen the progress in being able to have that experiential, real-time learning experience with the horse.
What happens in these workshops is kept quite confidential.
Absolutely.
But in working with executives, very often the first question they would have is, well, how's working with horses possibly going to relate to the work environment?
And that's a good question.
It is. It's a legitimate question. And I have to remind them that corporate people are people too. Executives are human beings. And the human being who is the executive is bringing their own stuff to the environment. These cliches come up, but these days we talk about emotional intelligence. We all know you can have an MBA. You can have all kinds of degrees, but people aren't working with you effectively if we don't bring emotional intelligence to this. So the emotional intelligence is the horse is going to give you feedback with its body language. And here's another critical concept. We can talk with words. Talk is cheap. Action speaks louder than words. Psychologists tell us that no matter what I'm saying to your viewers with my words, that unconsciously human beings are interpreting body language. That at least 80 to 90% of our authentic communication is body language. So an executive can go into work and say to his or her colleagues and to his or her executive assistant and people down the line, all the way down to the front line, we can say with words all the politically correct things. I can say with words, I don't micromanage, that I align with talented people and I give them free rein, which is a horse cliche. That's what they're saying with words, and they might actually believe it in their mind. But the horse will let you know if you're actually doing that with your behavior. And what happens, for instance, in a group workshop, an executive team workshop,
Like we're into this weekend.
like we've been doing, yeah, is the words no longer count. The horse will not listen to the words. And we have exercises where the team of humans work together as a team. And the model is the horse either becomes, depending upon the exercise, an employee, or the horse becomes the client. How well is our team, not with words, but with behavior, serving the needs of the employee to be able to maximize their potential at work, or the client? And the horse gives us feedback.
In real time.
In real time. Now then, some people would say, well, a horse's feedback isn't necessarily a human's feedback. And I say that's true. But human beings are just complicated animals. We bring into the workplace predatory and prey behavior. We have sayings like, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You eat what you kill. So I've worked with executives and asked them, what is the number one issue you can identify in your own work environment amongst colleagues? And sometimes I hear issues like, there's not enough mutual respect. There's not enough trust. There's miscommunication. We're not cohesive as a team. Maybe not everybody's on the same page with what our mission statement is. Maybe our mission statement isn't even clear. Is our team walking the talk of our mission statement so that it is clearly communicated through the chain of command? We might think it is, but then when we get to work with the horses, we find out what our gaps in our communication skills are. We find out, coming to work with the horses, that the number one life skill that a horse needs from its leader is absolute mindfulness of moment-to-moment awareness for the alignment of the team. People can say that, but when you bring human beings out around the animals, we find out, you know what? We're saying it with words, we're not being it with behavior. But human beings are too politically correct to call each other on that. The horse is not politically correct. The horse is going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Great. Thanks very much, Chris. All the very best to you.
And all of it, may the horse be with you, Chuck.
Thank you.